Hello guys, thank you for tuning in. Today we got the Endeavor back and I'm going to be showing you how to replace your rotaries. What I picked up was some performance drilled rotaries. It's actually came out a little bit cheaper to go this route with new rotaries than buying the original. Well, it's hits better off anyway, personal opinion. So the first thing you want to do is take off your wheel. You will want to jack your car up and then take an impact and loosen your 5 lug nuts. If you ain't got an impact, then just loosen them while it's sitting on the ground so it don't spin. And don't take them completely off, just loosen them for when you jack it up. You can take the wheel on off. Be sure to use a jack stand and be safe. So let me go ahead and take this wheel off. Okay guys, the next step will pretty much be to remove your brake caliper bracket. Right here, this have to come off. You got 2 bolts on the back side, one and one on down that holds this on. You can remove this with the brake caliper attached, but if you want to and you're changing your brake pads like I am, you can pretty well just loosen these 2 top bolts and the brake caliper will come out of the way and you can hang it up somewhere. It'll be out of the way. So once you get these 2 bolts out, as I said before, you can take a one-way or something and this brake caliper will pretty much pry out of place. These pistons on the front of these Endeavors are dual piston. You can just pretty well take a zip tie or something and set it up out of the way. I usually put mine right here and take a big zip tie and wrap around it. Now, once you get your brake caliper out of the way, you can go ahead and remove your brake pads. I put these on about 3 months ago. I didn't bother changing rotaries. It just, when I got this vehicle, the sliders here was froze and I had to redo them. That one is still a little bit that needs worked on. That make your pads pretty well uneven. That needs cleaned up a lot better. Definitely a lot better. Definitely. But we'll work on that once we get this bracket off. Now, once you get your bracket removed, you are pretty well left with these 2 4-ways you will have to remove. PB blast them, spray some lube on them, hopefully they come out. A lot of times they get stuck. You actually have to cut them out or drill them out. But you don't need them. If somebody replaced these, most of the time that you don't even have these bolts back on. The wheel actually holds the rotary onto it. But if you don't feel comfortable leaving them out, you can buy these and put them back in. But I just usually leave mine out, so I don't have to go through this problem. So what I did was pretty well drill the holes for the Phillips heads out, because basically there wasn't no saving them, as most of these get old and never been changed and just junk. I put my lug nuts back on so I could take a hammer once I sprayed it down with penetrating oil and stuff, and to smack here and then here so I didn't damage my threads. Then I tilted my wheel a little like this so I get a better angle of tapping it as I spun it around, and it broke the rotary free. It's just more work than it should be to change a rotary, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And here's victory. As you can see, this is a wheel bearing. It feels nice and tight. Now, before I put my new rotary on, I'm going to clean this up. All this in here with brake cleaner and stuff and a wire brush, and then I'm going to anti-seize all this for this rotary sets. That will keep it from sticking if you ever have to take it back off. Okay, I took anti-seize and pretty much went around where the brake rotary sits in place. That helps it from getting rusty on there. And this is the new brake rotary. These is actually, as I said, go on one way. I don't know if I actually, but they labeled. This is front passenger side. They are certain ways these type of rotaries go on. If you got a regular rotary, it don't matter, but these it does. This is brake parts cleaner. You want to spray it down. Put your brake cleaner, take a paper towel, and clean all this off, because they do got oil and stuff from the factory, and you don't want that on there when you put your brakes on. So clean this before you install it. Okay, once you get your rotary cleaned, you want to go ahead and stick it back on there. Put your new brake pads, because if you replace your rotary, I recommend replacing your brake pads too, because sometimes they can get uneven wear and stuff. It's just something you should do. Go ahead and reattach everything same way you took it off. Now once you get to this point, you can go ahead and put your wheel back on and tighten your lug nuts, take it off jack stands, and back rotary on your Mitsubishi Endeavor. The first thing you want to do is, of course, jack the car up, take your wheel off, put some jack stands under it, be safe. Well, once you do that, you need to go ahead and remove your brake caliper. 2 bolts right here. Once you remove those 2 bolts, your brake caliper will come off. You can set it to the side just like I did. You do not have to remove this bracket. You can if you want to. I will be removing this bracket because I bought a whole new brake caliper and brake assembly for this side of the Endeavor, because isn't it stuck. Anywho, back to what I was saying. You can just take your hammer and tap the back side of this. Sometimes you can spray penetrating oil in here. Don't want to dash it too much because your e-brake is behind here. But just tap it loose and it should pop right off. Okay, it is now loose. So we got this loose now. We can go ahead and take it apart. You got your e-brake shoes behind here. Those shoes actually could use replacing, but I think they got a little life still in them. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and remove my bracket, which is this guy right here, because I got a new bracket. And this one looks like it could use a good cleaning anyway, so the new one should help it out. So this is pretty much what it looked like with the new bracket installed, if you installed a new bracket. I did. But the new rotary will just go on right in here. You want to clean this up good and take some anti-seize and put on this, but don't get them on your lug nuts. That will help from it sticking and rusting to this when you go take it back off the next time. This is the brake rotary now installed. I anti-seized behind it and I sprayed it off with some brake cleaner. You need to spray your rotaries off because they come from the factory with oil and stuff on them. Always spray them off and clean them with a paper towel. Just make sure it ain't got no oil or nothing on them. So the next step will be pretty much is to re-bolt your brake caliper on. So this is the new rotary installed. That's my new brake caliper. I put new pads and everything on this. Now I am letting it gravity bleed. I got this out here and the reservoir cap tuck off up under the hood. So pretty much once this starts flowing brake fluid out of it, it should be gravity bled and it shouldn't have no air in it. But I am going to check it and pump it up and crack the breather screw with the help of another person, just to double check everything. But it should be good once it starts flowing brake fluid out. Pretty good stream. Well, after all that, guys, you can put the wheel back on. Okay guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you find it helpful. If you did, drop a like, check my channel out for more content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching.